Hardcore Minecraft. Let's see how much can we survive. We're gonna start by naming the world Datebio, because why not? So I found myself in an open field, and my first thought was, let's gather some seeds, because we're gonna need some food later on. After gathering some, I should cut down some trees, because we're gonna need some wood, because we want to make fast a base. Because remember, Hardcore Minecraft, we do not want to stay nighttime outside. But that's what I did. Starting cutting some trees down to gather as much logs as I could to prepare myself for the night. And later on, I would like to find some sheep so I can actually make a bed so I can actually sleep over the night time because I don't want to stay outside yet. I will stay after getting some armor. Yeah, I will fight a lot because I want experience and doing some enhancement later on. I will do that. Now I just want to find the best place to create my base on. No longer than this, I find myself finding a village really close by. So I went to it because as a normal Minecraft player, I did the normal thing to do, which is to steal everything, including food and resources. To notice that this villager had a tree in front of his house. We're just gonna call him Jeff. So someone had a beef with Jeff and planted a tree in front of his house. So I'm just gonna let him go out. So here you go, Jeff. Now I just wanted to explore this village, finding everything that I could. And notice there were plenty of villagers. And this gave me an idea because I want emeralds. So because I want emeralds, I will try to make a prison house. I will definitely make a house for them later on. But till then, but before then, I will need to make sure they will not get infected by the zombies or also die by something else. So I need to keep them safe somehow. So I was thinking, how could I do that? So I came up with an idea to lock them in the house. So that's what I'm trying to do now. Manage to get them in the house and lock as many as I can in one house. And from what I remember, I can use the bell to actually send them in their house. So that's what I'm trying now. I'm trying to use the bell to force them to go inside. But 3 of them escaped. That was probably Jeff telling them to run. So the next try was to remove the beds from this house so I can actually see where the villagers are going to. My plan is just to find which house contains the most villagers, and I actually managed to find it while just following the librarian. 3 of the villagers in one house. So that was my cue to actually block them. So after securing the 3 villagers in the house, that was the cue for me to actually start changing the structure of the village. The first thing that I did was actually take down his house because it was in the way, and I would like to have a flat surface where I can actually build the house, the big house for them. This took quite a bit of time. As you can see, the night came, but I did want to finish this, so I stood more to actually finish it. And while I was staying and cleaning this, I noticed 3 villagers in this house too, which led me to bury them because I'm not gonna be able to build a house for them. So the fastest way is just bury them. Yeah, I buried them. Slowly, trying to not scare them off, I started making the hole so they can fall into it. One of them actually got out. That was Jeff. I know it was Jeff. I will look for him later on. Pardon me, sir. Let me just break your bed and just... Yep, thank you. Now, at this time, I already got scared, so I'm thinking to go and sleep. But let me actually just close this hole so they won't actually get eaten by the zombies. So let me just put some wood there. See you in the morning. Bye. And I went to bed. I went to bed. But I couldn't remember which house had a bed on, because one of them had 3 villagers. That was this. So I needed to find another house so I can actually sleep on. So I went to this one, where I had a bed on myself, and actually went to sleep for tonight. And while I was in the bed, I was contemplating and thinking, how can I actually get more villagers in one place? I noticed something bright when I woke up. It was just a zombie burning. Jeff was nearby, I saw him running, and I just went back to work and actually changed the structure of the village once more, which made me make this a bit flatter and actually take down the wall too. While doing this, something told me to put a bed above the other villagers that I buried yesterday. And because of that, something interesting happened, and that was more villagers came to these beds. And that made me actually use this to make a trap for them. So I used the bell once again and call all the villagers that were left in the village to come and actually just sneakily push them into its hole. Jeff was the stubborn one and he wouldn't come, so I had to do one more thing, and that was break all the beds that were left on. And ignore me, I'm dumb, I know. I am trying always to do the harder way, not the efficient way. And after breaking all the beds and using the bell once again, all the villagers came. I see the librarian and Jeff coming and joining us too. So sneakily, I'm just gonna, excuse me sir, pardon me, yeah, thank you, yeah, perfect. It's just Jeff. Jeff is the only one left, so let's call him too. Oh, one more too. So 2 more villagers, let's actually get them too. Excuse me while breaking your bed. And I did not actually needed to use the bell because Jeff told him he can trust me, so he just followed him. And while they're here, let me just, pardon, thank you, no, just come back, yeah. Slow and steady. Let me tell you something. Yeah, perfect. You too. No, don't run, come back. It's really nice there, down there. You join, look at them, they're so happy. You can join them too. Trust me on this. Don't mind me, I'm just legally blind. I can't see where I'm going. Yeah, just one. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Now I am sure that all the villagers are here in this nicely hole. And while they're gonna stay there for quite a bit of time, I will go back to actually change the layer of this village. And I started by taking out the well, because we don't need the bell anymore. The villagers are secured, are safe, in a nice place. Yeah. Could have been better, but they're safe. While doing this, I noticed one more thing. The night is coming. And again, I need to make sure they won't gonna die, because if one zombie is gonna go there, they're dead. And I will not have any villagers left. So, I covered them up, and Tin went to bed. This morning, I started making this place a bit wider, because I thought it's a bit too narrow. So, I added some dirt on the sides, so I can actually have a bit of more space to work with, because I need it. I want to make something big. I will need later on to actually gather some cobblestone and a lot of wood, because I will want to have a good fence to actually protect this from outside. Also, I will make sure that I'm gonna keep this golem inside our fence too. After finishing with the foundation, I'm starting to work on the house for the villagers. So I'm thinking to make something like big like this, where they can stay safe and not actually die, because I will want to have them working, because I want tons of emeralds. But I find myself lacking cobblestone, so I had to take down some houses, but it was not efficient. So I decided to actually dig down and gather some cobblestone from the ground. This took me the whole day, actually, because I did create a big house for them. It's not the prettiest one, but it's doing its job. We're gonna change it later on. The night was onto us, so I just managed to do half of the roof, and Tin went to bed, leaving the rest of the roof for the next day. This day, I want to finish this building for the villagers, because I want to get them out of the hole. They've been there 3 days so far, so that's not healthy. After finishing the roof, I need to solder some lights so I can light this room up, so we won't have zombies spawning inside. I managed to find all the lights that I needed to actually light up the room. But still, something felt off, and that was the ground. I don't want them to stay on dirt. So let's clean this up, actually, and let's add some wood for now. It's not comfortable, but it's all I have. After finishing this up, it's time to let them out. But before I did that, I noticed the golem stuck on the ground, so I gave him a hand, he gave me a hand with the zombie, and I went back to actually put the beds for the villagers so they can sleep in. We don't have enough beds for all of them, so they will need to learn to share. It did took me quite some time until I managed to get all of them in the house because they wouldn't trust me. I mean, who's gonna trust someone who buried you for 3 days, right? Even the golem was behind me checking, making sure I will not do something. Took me the rest of the day to actually get them in. As soon as I noticed that no one was in the hole, I sealed the house. And that will be their home for a really, really long time. And that will be for this video. In the next video, we're gonna have to gather more resources, actually secure this base, and giving them jobs. Because we need them to work. Because emeralds. We need tons of emeralds.